Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an updated brow tutorial. You guys have been requesting it like crazy. It's been about a year since my last brow tutorial that I uploaded on my channel. I fully stand by that brow tutorial. I think it's still a really good technique. I think it's actually even better for people who have sparse areas but have thicker brow hairs in general. So if you're interested in that, I will link it down below. This tutorial is a lot more simplified. It's a lot easier, less products, and it's a little bit softer. So if you guys wanted to get a more softer brow, then this video is gonna be good for you guys. I will give you guys tips on how to keep everything fleekish. So if you're interested in this brow technique, then go ahead and keep on watching. So a tip that I want to mention is that I always do my eyebrows before my foundation. Today I'm actually doing it after because I'm filming this video for you guys, but I did clean off the eyebrow area to make sure there was no leftover foundation. Foundation tends to move around a lot as you sweat, as the oils in your skin start to like develop throughout the day. So it'll actually make all the product also do those things, and you don't want half your eyebrow missing at the end of the day. So do your eyebrows before your foundation. So the first thing I do when grooming my brows is I take a clear brow gel. This one is Anastasia Beverly Hills, and some people do this after they're done, but I first like to brush the brows in place with a clear brow gel because I feel like that's when you can really hold the brow hairs down without removing any product. If I do this too roughly after I do the penciling in, I feel like it takes away some of the product and then I have all these like patchy areas. So I like to do it first. It also really holds down the hairs and it gives me a cleaner eyebrow shape. And I like to brush these hairs up in this front area and then I'll kind of smooth these back like so. I'm just gonna let that dry for a second and then I'm gonna show you guys how to pencil them in. So once that eyebrow gel is dry, I'm gonna take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown, and I'm gonna first start in this area of the brow and lightly map out the shape that I wanna create on the lower part of the brow. I like to make it a little bit thicker here. My eyebrow is a little bit too thin. So I'm just gonna run it along the lower part of the brow and create the initial shape that we want. And like a rule of thumb when you're doing your brows, if you take your brow pencil and you hold it next to your nostril, it'll tell you where your eyebrow is supposed to start, just vertically like this. And then your arch should be right here. And then if you go like this, your end of your brow should be here. So that's kind of what we have going on here. So I'm just gonna continue to line the lower part of my brow. And as you guys can see, I'm lightly feathering the product through the brow. I'm not pushing it in really hard because I do want it to look like natural hairs. I don't want it to look too blocky. And if you guys notice, I didn't just do a line, like I kind of feathered the line out, but it gave us a nice guide of how we want our eyebrow to turn out. Then I'm gonna go to the more sparse areas here along the top, very, very lightly, and thicken up the brow and create more volume in this area because I don't have a lot of hair here. Same concept, just really light strokes. Where you don't have any hair, like if you don't have hair like me in this area, I start to put a little bit more pressure. I'm gonna continuously go over just this area with the product so that the darkness of this area kind of equals out to the darkness of this area. If you put the same amount of product throughout your whole brow, what's gonna happen is it's gonna look lighter here still because this part will get darker the more product you place. It's all about product distribution, really. And the spoolie, on the other hand, is really, really handy because if product starts to build up too much, I just kind of brush through the brows to soften it up. So as you guys can see, now you're starting to see that this is looking more like there's actual hair here and it's matching the darkness of this area where I actually have hairs. All right, so after we have filled in the entire eyebrow, I like to go back in with the eyebrow gel. I actually wipe off a lot of the product because you don't want too much of it to ruin your artwork. But I like to take this after and run it up the front of my brows and just lightly set everything one last time. So the last thing I like to do is take a tiny bit of concealer onto a small concealer brush, and I like to just run it under the brow very, very lightly. This is a good trick if you want to cover any hairs that might be coming in between eyebrow visits. Helps it look like your brows are still pretty fresh. Also highlights the brow bone a little bit, and I kind of keep this mainly only in this area. I'm not going to bring it into the inner part of the brow because I want to keep it looking more soft. So I'm just gonna lightly feather that down. This is what my brow looks like now that I've penciled it in, and just a reminder, this is what it looked like before.
Say what?
Alright guys, so that is it for this tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned something new today. Let me know in the comments down below if this technique works for you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you guys liked it. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye. Also, I quickly wanted to mention in this video that if you guys are aspiring YouTubers or you already are a YouTuber that just wants to create cool content, Ipsy is actually starting a new program called Ipsy Studios. And what that is basically a chance for you to submit your ideas and create really cool content at Ipsy Studios. You have everything at your disposal, backdrops, cameras, lighting, pretty much everything. So if you guys are interested in that, I will leave a link down below. So I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye. What was that?
I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.
Did you say you're thirsty? I heard that. Everyone, that was Katie.